The Battle of Łódź, which took place in 1914, was one of the significant engagements on the Eastern Front during the early phase of World War I. This battle was fought between the forces of the German Empire and the Russian Empire in the region around the city of Łódź in Poland, then part of the Russian Empire. The battle unfolded in the broader context of the series of confrontations known as the Winter Battle of Masuria, and was pivotal in the attempts of both sides to secure strategic advantage in the east. In the early months of World War I, the Eastern Front saw vast movements of troops as both the Russian and German empires sought to exploit weaknesses in each other's defenses. After the Battle of the Vistula River, where the Russians managed to halt the German advance, both sides regrouped and planned their next moves. The Germans, under the command of Generals Paul von Hindenburg and Erich Ludendorff, aimed to cut off and destroy the Russian Second Army in the area around Łódź and Warsaw, to prevent a Russian incursion into Silesia, a vital industrial region for the German war effort. The Russian forces, commanded by General Rennenkampf among others, were part of the broader Russian offensive aimed at pushing into German territory. The German Ninth Army, led by Hindenburg and Ludendorff, was tasked with countering this Russian advance and protecting the German borders. The battle began in November 1914, with both sides engaging in maneuver warfare that was characteristic of the Eastern Front's vast spaces. The Germans executed a pincer movement, intending to encircle and cut off the Russian forces near Łódź. The Russians, aware of the German movements, responded with counterattacks aimed at disrupting the German encirclement. One of the critical moments of the battle was the surprise counterattack by the Russian XXV Corps, which managed to temporarily cut off elements of the German Ninth Army. This action forced the Germans to divert forces to rescue the encircled units, thereby halting their advance towards Łódź. Despite initial successes, the Russian forces were unable to sustain their offensive due to logistical difficulties and the reinforcement of German troops. The harsh winter conditions also played a significant role, affecting the mobility and effectiveness of the Russian troops. The battle concluded in December 1914, with neither side achieving a decisive victory. The Germans managed to prevent the Russians from breaking through into Silesia, but were unable to encircle and destroy the Russian Second Army as intended. The Russians, despite suffering heavy casualties and failing to achieve a significant breakthrough, managed to hold their ground and prevent the Germans from capturing Łódź. The Battle of Łódź was significant for several reasons. It demonstrated the difficulties of maneuver warfare in the vast and logistically challenging terrain of the Eastern Front. The battle also highlighted the limitations of both armies in achieving decisive breakthroughs, a theme that would continue throughout the war on the Eastern Front. Moreover, it underscored the importance of railways and logistics in World War I, as both sides struggled to maintain supply lines and move reinforcements quickly. In the broader context of the war, the battle was part of the seesawing front lines in the east, which saw neither side able to secure a decisive advantage in the first year of the war. It set the stage for further bloody and inconclusive battles in the region, as both empires sought to outmaneuver each other without the means for a decisive victory.